To do one video about erectile dysfunction. I have a lot of people come to me because they are having ED, and it's a very embarrassing problem. It's very difficult for people to deal with, and there are some things that you can do even before coming into therapy that can be helpful. So I just want to give you guys some tips for just some basic things that can be very helpful for erectile dysfunction. In addition to medical, of course, get tested. I always encourage people to go see their doctor, their urologist, and get tested for your testosterone, for hormones like your thyroid, because there are a lot of hormones that can affect just your biology. And so make sure your biology is good to go. But in addition to medical stuff, and even in addition to therapy, there's a few things that you can do just day to day to help with erectile dysfunction. One is pelvic floor work. So everybody has pelvic floor muscles, males and females. And the female side, we always hear, work your Kegels, do your Kegels. And Kegels are good, but men have pelvic floor muscles too. They're not called the Kegels, but they still can help with erections. So here's how you find your own pelvic floor muscles. One, I need you to, when you pee the next time, stop the flow of urine. And whatever muscle system you used to stop that flow of urine, that's your pelvic floor muscles. So that's the last time you ever do it while you're urinating, because actually it can be dangerous to always use it then. You're only supposed to use it to find it there. So then outside of that, like in the morning or anytime, morning, afternoon, or night, you do not have to be erect to do this exercise, but basically what you do is you squeeze those muscles and release them. Squeeze, release. And squeeze them up to 10 times a day. Actually, some people do up to 100 times, but you are not, if you've never done this, you are not going to get to 100 times the first time you do this. You may get to 10, and that's still good, do your 10 and work on doing pelvic floor squeezing muscles for at least 10 times a day until you can get up to 20. Some people will change the repetition style, so it can be squeeze, release, or it can be squeeze for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, release. And all of those help. Just like if you go to a gym and they teach you different ways to exercise your muscles, like your biceps and your quads or whatever, it's the same with your pelvic floor muscles. You just need to squeeze them and release them and strength train them so that they are in better working order. And what you'll find is that helps a little bit with premature ejaculation and with the erectile dysfunction, because you can kind of squeeze that muscle system when you're in the sexual experience to bring the blood back into that system. So that's one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do is work on being more present in the sexual experience. So one of the challenges all of my guys get is that, all right, they have ED, and then now they're really focused in their sexual experience on, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? And so when you're thinking about your performance, it's not sexy. It takes you out of the situation. If anything, it makes you feel like crap. So it's not going to be sexy. It's not going to turn you on. And what everybody needs to understand about erections is that an erection is a byproduct of doing things that are sexy and erotic and focusing on things that are sexy and erotic. So what you need to practice doing is staying very focused, hyper-focused on what is turning you on. So if you're with a partner and she is beautiful, pay attention to that beauty. Look at the curve of her body. Slow things down when you're undressing each other, and pay attention to what's happening while you're undressing each other. And when you find yourself worrying up here and thinking, oh my God, is it working? Find a way to okay, yes, I'm worried about that. Turn your mind back towards what's turning you on. And the more you can practice focusing on that, the more that the erection will come as a byproduct of being turned on. And so finally, if you're doing those things and it's still not working, please come in, because that's my job, is to help you out. And of course, there's Viagra and Cialis too, but that's not the only way to treat erectile dysfunction. So if you find these helpful, please like, share, subscribe. I'm offering weekly tips on relationships and sex, and I want to help everybody out. So please do subscribe. And if you need any help, you can go to my website at www.therapistintstlouis.com. Thank you.